What's up, traders? Welcome back and happy Monday. So a little bit of a red day for me, kind of not like the horrible scratch central day that we had on Friday, which I think we basically broke even on that day. But today took a $33 loss, not the end of the world. What the stressful part is though, we were kind of right about all the calls we were making. I was sometimes a little bit too aggressive with IDEX, for example, and got whacked right at the market open. And then sometimes afterwards, I was a little bit too conservative and I was missing some trades. However, though, with our lead gapper BHTG, I definitely had a little bit of feeling that there was something iffy going on, and some of you guys in the chat room did as well. So we checked the 10K and boom, there it was. They had warrants with an exercise price between 3.5 and like 3.7. I'll show you guys in the recap video in a little bit. We could talk about what warrants are, what dilution is, why you have to check these things, and what it can do to the price. So there was definitely a kind of feeling that every time that DHTG was kind of moving up, that there was a lot of selling pressure. And that was all the warrants that was being exercised into the stock today. So as we talk about the warrants, talk about the trades we made today, I hope you guys made it out today alive. I know it was a little bit of a tricky trading day. Let's go to the charts now. Drop a like, guys, if you enjoy the content. And if you're totally new here, I'd love to see you again. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and join us for the next live stream tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. Questions and comments, leave them below. Let's go to the charts now. Looks like it quieted down a little bit. Wow, there was so many loud noises outside today. It was insane. Wow, what a day today, man. Honestly, I felt like today was going to be a little bit better because we had a pretty okay trade pre-market with BHTG right here. And I knew it was kind of a sketchy trade. We'll talk about it in a second. Actually, we'll talk about it first. I knew to be careful on it, so I felt like I was in the right position to do better trading, kind of. It sounds weird. IDEX totally jumped the gun on this one, and then PDSB kind of saved me a little bit. So I made back some of my losses, went down from like $70 down to only $33 down. So kind of okay. I felt like I could have ended today green, but oh well. BHTG just kind of starting off here. This was our lead gapper on the day, 120% pre-market, 12 million float, U.S. pollution and treatment company with kind of an okay catalyst, mainly because it was kind of tied to coronavirus, which sometimes does really well, these stocks. But I felt like this was just rehashed news from last week, and I didn't really find anything specific about it, some sort of product that can kill bacteria. I mean, it sounds like something that a pollution treatment company should probably be able to do. I don't know. Whatever it is, this thing runs up like 130% pre-market. And why is my trade not showing up here? Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for a trade to pop up, but it's not popping up. Anyway, my trade right here was on this dip here at 325 or so, and then I sold right here at like 33. It was very, very quick. Let's go here to filled orders, and you can see here very quick at 26 to 33. This was pre-market. Again, I'm not sure why my trades aren't popping up. Nice little kind of grab in this area. I should have gotten more aggressive on it as we started breaking out higher here. I really don't know why I didn't jump on this one. I was expecting a bit bigger of a pullback here because BHTG was so weak pre-market. It just, what I mean by weak pre-market is just like the breakouts always took multiple attempts. You could see here, we had technically this would have been a breakout, and then you would have had, kind of ended up in a fake out unless you took your profits. Then it tried here again, here again, here again, and we didn't get that breakout till like 9:21 into when we were already starting the stream. So it was just kind of like, it was weird. The break above 4 was okay. I mean, this is kind of a nice quick move here. It was a tough one to trade. I would have liked probably trading on the move here back higher. We kind of consolidate here, kind of reverse head and shoulders, shoulder, head, shoulder. And then we have a nice little rip here, 16-17% could have been done. But then, here, like again, this pullback was very, I kind of felt like unorthodox, had a lot of sell volume here. One failed attempt, 2 failed attempt, finally it worked. I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of complaining because it didn't work out for me. I'm sure some people slated today on BHTG, but to me, I felt like, okay, I got to be careful on this one, but then I kind of just didn't jump on it on this little nice pre-market run up. That really would have been the time to trade. BHTG, and honestly, after that, I probably would have just left it alone. Maybe this one attempt right here, I would have fumbled this one, but definitely this attempt, and then maybe a quick pullback to VWAP. But even this one, didn't pull back as hard as I wanted at first, and then we got a secondary pullback, and then I don't know. It was a bit weird. Well, the only thing I really did right on BHTG, besides that first pre-market trade, is the fact that I just kind of wrapped up trading it at one point and I kind of let it be. I think that was probably a good idea. And I wouldn't mind to maybe even do a little dip trade off of 2.5. Just be really careful. We checked the warrants on BHTG on the last 10K. 3.5 was a massive warrant territory. So a lot of new shares can be executed into the market at that price. So that's why you got to really watch out and check the 10K sometimes on these small caps, because they're always doing something shady. And honestly, with BHTG, I think we were talking about it today in the chat room. Even Corey pointed out in the chat. It just felt weird. It didn't feel right to trade. It felt like there was a lot of sellers in it somehow. And that, I think, was those shares being constantly executed into the market. And that's why I was losing a little bit of faith into it. And that's also why I was very cautious pre-market. Although, ultimately that would have been the time to trade it. Yeah, so there is BHTG. So just keep in mind, be careful. If you feel like something's going weird, check the 10K. Maybe check the 10K beforehand. Oftentimes it's a little bit kind of a lot of work, and then you sometimes let it slip. I know that's a big thing for me. Actually, let's just go here and kind of pull it up here so you guys know what I'm talking about. Let me go here and whoa, just getting this thing flying all over the place. So what I do is I go to otcmarkets.com. And this site to me, I feel like just kind of has everything fairly convenient. So otc.com, and then we want to check out BHTG. So let's just go over here, and then you make sure you're on the disclosure tab. That's right here on this disclosure tab. We're already pre-selected on it. That's how, I always look this up. And then you go here to the 10Ks. This is kind of a quarterly report. Not kind of, it is a quarterly report. So you always get some really, really nice information from these reports. And this is where you can figure out, they have warrants, a lot of things kind of outstanding. Let's just see, exercise. So right here, Series D preferred shares at an exercise price of 3.5. So basically, this company is raising cash. They're giving companies that provide financing to these public companies. Let's say, it usually tells you in here. Sometimes it's hard to find, but companies, common stock, par value, blah, blah, blah. Where is it? 1,000 shares, 100,000 shares. Okay, so let's say they sell, I'll just give a quick example. Let's say they sell 1,000 or, 1,000, let's just say 1,000 shares. Let's give something more realistic, because they're typically trying to raise, millions of dollars, or at least $100,000 of dollars. So they'll sell like 1 million shares for only like 20 cents or something like that. And then they say if the stock price, goes to 3.5, then you can sell the shares. And that's why you get these giant dumps. And dilution, it's called, because you're throwing new shares into the market, and it's not a good place to be for your retail investors. And so that's why you want to check these 3.5s. We knew there was suspicious activity going here. Weighted average exercise price, there's more here at 73. This was okay. These are exercised already, or exercisable since December 31st, 2019. So always good to kind of just go through this. Here again at 368. Oh, I'm losing my voice a little bit. Yeah, so just, keep an eye out for this stuff. I mean, this really is kind of, it should honestly be illegal. I wouldn't be surprised at one point it did become illegal, but it's stuff like that gets retailer traders on the backside of a trade. And sometimes you see these dumps happen very aggressively. You'll see the stock hit this number and then just wham, it just drops like 20, 30, 50%. You see it all the time. So that's kind of BHTG, and I'm not really too stoked about how it played out, but at the same time, there was profit to be made. There was nice volume on this one. It was a very clear lead gapper on the day. So, it was fun to trade, but you just had to be, quick on it. IDEX, or you had to be conservative on it, honestly. Oops, IDEX. This one kind of broke my heart today. This one pre-market, we've been having multiple run-ups on this one. And I was like, okay, here we go. We have big resistance at 1.8. I think out of the gate, there's a really, really good chance that we're going to have a little bit of pullback to VWAP and then a break higher here. I bought at 73. I'm not sure why my trades aren't showing up. Probably means that TOS is a little bit slow right now. but yada yada. I had an entry right here at 73. I was waiting for this crack higher here. We didn't get the crack, and I was like, okay, that's fine, whatever. I'm gonna get out of this trade. I couldn't get out of the trade. The selling was too quick, and all of a sudden I took like a 5% loss on this one. I was like, no, you gotta be kidding me! Like right out of the gate, I take a a 5% loss or so. This was really kind of a bummer. It's not the end of the day, but what really kind of made this one even worse is like I got out. I don't know where I got out, like at 66 or so. At 68 is where I got out. So it wasn't really the biggest loss. But then it runs up here, 31% and a total of 36%. So it was like it was the right idea. Everything was right about this trade. It was just the wrong timing, and it cost me dearly. I wish I could have at least got like a pullback, at least a VWAP or something. I mean, these dips trades on it were so nice. They were a little hard to trade. I mean, a lot of these pullbacks and stuff were very unorthodox, but still, it had potential. I really like this run up here. This is really nice. Whatever. I totally dropped the ball on IDEX, which is always really stressful. And yeah, and then the last trade with PDSB, let's quickly go to this one. I was waiting for a dip here in the 53s this whole time, but honestly, this whole place is getting a little choppy now, and I probably won't be trading it. PDSB, where did we trade this one? Let me quickly look here again. We bought it originally at 1708. Which is, if we go back a little bit, that's 11 a.m., 11:08. So yeah, we bought this breakout here. We had a quick pullback here at 77, and then I jumped on the breakout. It was nice. We had a lot of volume here, 108. So right in this area, I think it was. Yeah, a lot of volume. Wait, no, hold on. 11:08. I was like, wait, that doesn't look right. Yes, it was this one. We had this nice little one candle breakout at 11:08. Then I jumped on this one. I took my profits a little quickly. I was waiting for a bigger breakout. Then we got a quick pullback, and then I closed the position. I was scared that there was going to be a flash crash. We hit that $3 zone. That was my original target. So if I just held it a little bit longer, it would have worked out. So yeah, that was kind of the trade I was looking for. And then I think I had like a little bit of a fake out here on this one. Let me quickly see here at 17:15. 15, yeah. Okay, so that was down here. I was looking for a dip buy. We kind of got the dip buy, but then it was sketchy. I was waiting for a quicker move, and then it didn't really happen, so I kind of closed it here. Ultimately, the move did work out, so I kind of got chopped out on this one. So annoying when you get chopped out of trades. So today I think we had the right idea on a lot of stuff. I just traded it wrong. I was a little bit slow, or I was a little bit early. I was always not at the right time, so my timing was off today. I don't know, I guess I had a case of the Mondays. I didn't really like the way a lot of the stocks were trading, but it doesn't really matter. You got to trade the market you're in, and I felt like I was doing that, but I wasn't totally on time. So I was like mentally predicting it right, but then I would wait a little bit. I'd be too hesitant, or then I would be too aggressive when I should have been hesitant. So a little bit of that definitely happens, but it was really good. I gotta say that with BHTG, we noticed there was something wrong with it, and oftentimes you want to check these things ahead of time. I don't always check it ahead of time because there's a lot going on. But yeah, with BHTG, our elite gapper on the day, you really want to be careful. You want to take your profits on these, and you want to make sure that if something's fishy about the way it's moving, check that 10K again. It's really good to get a little overview of maybe what else is going on. And if there's no warrants or exercisable prices you can find, then you can be a little bit more confident. Then you can be like, okay, well, maybe this one actually has that big rip potential. I mean, but if it doesn't, and there are warrants, then okay, let me ease off the trigger a little bit with that one. So it's kind of a really good fact check. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys check the 10Ks more often. Leave comments below if you have any questions. I will see you guys tomorrow. Leave a like if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe if you're new. I want to see you tomorrow on the live stream. Say hello in the chat room. It's a really good, fun community. Till next time, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.